Welcome back. I'm Andrew, your crypto guy on the internet, and now for some thinly veiled financial advice from a guy wearing a t-shirt with cartoons on it. Just kidding, this is not actual financial advice, but these are legitimate Ninja Turtles. So let's look at the market lately, shall we? It's blood red. It's real red out there, and we'll go over the reasons as to why, and then why this is actually a good thing for us. So, before we get into the cognitive dissonance, we had a bullish trend going all the way back to February 23rd. Things were pretty good. I mean, they were choppy, but overall, we were putting in higher lows, okay? We even touched the 200-day EMA at about 48,000. We got rejected because that is a historically difficult line to break through, the 200. And that was okay, but then we fell back a little more. Okay, as long as we stay above 44, right, fellas? Nope, right through that 44 and a half support line. Hung around 42, 43 for a while. But as long as we stayed above this line, this trend we were setting, we were good, right? Nah, we smashed right through that. Right all the way down to 40,000, and now we're a little below 40,000. The next major rung of support is about 38.5 or 38. I don't know if we're going to go deeper than that, but we might. I think the worst of it's already getting priced in here. So what is going on with market sentiment? The fear and greed is rather fearful, but this 32 was from yesterday when we were at like 42, 43,000. It's going to update here shortly. It's likely that fear's deep into the 20s by now, if not worse. Okay, it's bad. Consumers are very upset here in the U.S. over the inflation rates. Things are way too expensive for no reason other than bad policy from our current administration. The White House has even admitted that it's going to be bad. Tomorrow's CPI data report is going to be 1,000 abortions worth of bad. Okay, bad numbers coming out tomorrow. Jen Psaki, whose job is to give us comforting lies every day, is starting to crack. She's going to leave for MSNBC here pretty soon. I don't blame her. You know, I would have been an alcoholic by now if I was her. So then let's look around the world, right? Russia has defaulted on some of its foreign debt due to the sanctions that have been placed on them. They have managed to keep the ruble alive by force. They raised their interest rates to 20% like that and are forcing any foreign nation to buy or trade with them in rubles or Bitcoin, okay? Now, they're still getting money from Germany and a few other European nations for their oil and gas. If that was choked off, then this war would be over in a couple of weeks, okay? This is all Putin's fault. The Russian citizens are suffering needlessly, along with the Ukrainians. This is real bad for them. And then India, big mistake on their part. Their crypto world was exploding, and then they got a little greedy with some new taxes, and it made everybody leave. So their trade volume is down 72%, 59%, 52%, 41%. Their crypto game is over because the Indian government got way too greedy with new taxes, okay? So we don't want that to happen here. It totally stifled innovation for them. So that's actually good for the United States because we'll take all that business, okay? As long as we stay free and we don't turn crypto into a tool for control, we're going to bring all this action to us, all right? And then China, our biggest competitor in everything, has gone full Black Mirror and locked down all of its citizens again over COVID. And this is extreme, man. I mean, you got drones flying in the air telling people to... What was it? It was like, you know, don't make your spirit... I know you yearn for freedom, but ignore it. Like, this is for the best kind of thing. It was really disturbing. And so you have looting going on everywhere because people can't go to work. Their government said, hey, no, we'll keep all 1.5 billion of you fed and supplied. It'll be fine. Just stay home. This is for your own safety and health. And now people are screaming out of their windows. Listen to this. Prisoners. Bad, okay? Now, I'm not going to show the footage of the drones walking around the streets and flying through the air or the people looting stores like crazy over there. But, I mean, if they're turning people into caged animals, and that's not good, okay, for a country. But if you compete against that country, you know, that's good for you, right? So, yeah, the Chinese are suffering, the Russians are suffering. The Indian crypto game is getting choked off, and meanwhile, as long as we stay free in the United States, we're going to remain number one. So let's look at the market here. We're already bopping back up to 40K, but really tomorrow, and it's not just crypto that's blood red, it's the stock market was lousy overall too. The NASDAQ was down, and it's all because of this CPI data report fear. And we're going to get through it like we always do. As a DCA style investor, these are the times that I like. Okay, so here's where I was DCAing in, meaning buying a little bit. Okay, first, I don't know if you remember, but the past few videos, I was going, hey, Luna's at all-time highs. Now, when something's at all-time highs, you usually sell a little, take some profit, okay? And I did. Hopefully, some of you guys took some profit while you could. I did sit on Ethereum. I didn't think it would fall down this hard, but so I'm holding some bags here. But I also was able to DCA across the board. So every time you're at a resistance level, as soon as it passes underneath that, you could DCA a little bit, okay? Here at like 44.5. And then again at 42, 43, it DCA'd a little bit here. DCA'd a little bit here. And then this morning I bought a little as soon as it hit 40,000. So assuming we get a bounce back, which we will here pretty soon, we'll probably bounce back to about 42.5, 43, likely get rejected again, and then we're looking at 38 if we hadn't already been there. That's just my prediction. The short term's going to be ugly, okay? For this week, it's going to be bad. But after that, we don't have any planned bad news, okay? The rest of this month should be smooth sailing. Now, tomorrow's going to be horrible because of the CPI report. But, I mean, after that, it's an open schedule. So as long as nothing new that's terrible shows up, it should be a nice little time to recoup some of these losses and turn some profits. But as a DCA-style investor, these are the moments you wait for. When everybody's terrified, when people are screaming outside of their houses, okay? Like, and you see pictures like this, that's the time to buy, okay? You hold that cash on the side for when everyone else is terrified, and you maximize when the market comes back.